It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Command Family Medicine and Taylor Grubosh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Friday, and thanks for kicking it off here with Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. It has been a toasty week so far in the Ozarks, and today is no exception. We have incredibly warm numbers out there this morning. In fact, temperatures are starting out near 60 degrees. You know it's going to be a warm day when you have temperatures that are starting off that warm. We also today have the potential for some severe weather in the forecast, so there are some hazards to talk about. They're not out there yet. I'm really thinking this is going to be closer to the mid-morning hours or just before lunch, probably closer to 11 a.m., noon. We'll start to see some big-time thunderstorms develop on the radar. Now, it's not for everybody. These are going to be isolated in nature, but the best chance for seeing them is going to occur along and south of I-44. And there's even a high risk of severe weather over in our far eastern counties. Folks east of Highway 65 have the best chance of seeing some of those big-time storms later today. I expect that most of the severe weather is going to be along and south of I-44, but there's a heavy rain threat with this as well, primarily for areas just east of us here in the Ozarks. So far eastern counties may see some of the torrential rain and heavy rain with flash flooding associated that's expected to go all the way from the boot heel of Missouri back through most of Kentucky, southern Indiana, into the Ohio River Valley. Big time outbreak for some strong thunderstorms with heavy torrential downpours today. The biggest concern for us here in the Ozarks, especially if you are listening east of Springfield, large hail. I'm talking baseball size hail. It is going to be an incredibly interesting day in the weather world because hailstones are going to have the potential to be lofted up into the clouds and really grow and grow and grow until gravity eventually brings them down. Huge hail, though, possible out of some of these storms today. There's also a wind threat as well as a tornado threat that gets higher the further east you go. So if you're listening this morning, you're out along Highway 63, anywhere from Rolla back through portions of Texas County, all the way down through the West Plains area, it's you folks that should be on high alert for the most extreme severe weather today, lasting from just before the lunch hour all the way through the late afternoon hours. I am expecting most of this rain and storm activity to be done by the evening, and then we will be dry, mainly for much of Saturday. The frontal boundary that's going to be pushing all of this through comes back north through the Ozarks Saturday night into Sunday. So additional storm chances are possible Sunday of this weekend, all the way into the early part of next week. The weather is looking rather unsettled. So we are not done with the rain and storms yet today, but after the big round of storms that we're expecting for our southern counties and eastern counties this afternoon, we get some dry time. If you're looking for a dry window this weekend, I think you'll be able to find that early in the day on Saturday before rain starts to move back into the forecast on Sunday. And then we also have some really good looking rain chances for Monday and Tuesday of next week as well. I do think that with all of these chances adding up around the Ozarks, once again, flooding will be re-entered into our forecasted hazards in the forecast as we head into the weekend and at least through the early part of next week. Around the country, what's making headlines? Well, it's the same storm system that's impacting us. Severe thunderstorms bringing multiple rounds of severe weather and potential flooding hazards to the middle and upper Mississippi valleys, as well as the Ohio Valley today. We have dangerous heat still happening for portions of Texas. I'm sure you've heard about the triple-digit heat happening down there. Then heavy rain and flash flooding is possible for portions of the Ohio and Tennessee valleys today. So it is active across the country, to say the least, to wrap up this middle of May work week. Around the Ozarks, wake up weather brain twister trivia question time. The question that I left you with yesterday: which type of severe weather event, often associated with warm, moist air rising rapidly, can produce heavy rain, lightning, and flash flooding in a short period? And the options were A, blizzard; B, derecho; C, mesocyclone; or D, thunderstorm. This was not a trick question. These are all the characteristics of a thunderstorm. And of course, when they reach severe limits, which is what we're talking about today, that means hail to the size of a quarter or larger. It means winds to 60 miles an hour or higher, or a tornado associated with that type of storm. They can also come along with lightning, flash flooding, and develop very quickly often here in the Ozarks. We'll see some of that today. Here's the quiz question that I'll leave you with for Monday morning. What is the name of the atmospheric condition where warm, moist air near the ground is trapped beneath cooler, drier air aloft? It often leads to explosive thunderstorm development. Do you think that is A, a cold front, B, a temperature inversion, C, a jet stream, or D, a dry line? You can let me know your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Kind of like these severe questions, I'll call them, as we are still in the middle of severe weather season. I want everybody to stay weather aware today along and south of I-44 and east of Highway 65. That's where we've got the best chance for strong to severe thunderstorms. No storms out this morning, but I'm expecting those to develop just before the lunch hour. So make sure you are staying weather aware today. Stay safe, everybody. I will chat with you again early next week. Thanks so much to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine and Taylor Gruba Chevrolet. Have a great week.